Greetings all, Mugen here, gonna do a review on the Warden class and its magic slash alchemy upgrades. We're just gonna focus on all the skills that are Warden only, all these up here. The upgrades seem fine to me, but I'm just gonna, like I said, just focus on what's Warden only. So we'll start with the Venom Strike. Here we see that it does damage and then leaves a dot. And when we upgrade it with the Alchemy, it also slows the target, which feeds into the Warden's controlling the situation kind of vibe that they have. So the Alchemy slows it down, and if we go up to here, it just version 2, which you'll need to do 200 times with Alchemy 1. You can see right here I've done about 21. It just basically supercharges the dot effect. Overall, I would say this is one of my favorite upgrades. Let's move on to Assist. This attack is more for group friendly, or at least duo. You can see that provides advantage for 10 seconds or performing 3 hits. And then Assist 2 just changes it to a flat 12 seconds. And then version 3 adds in 100 damage to 1H, 2H, range damage, and hit for 20 seconds. That one is very good for group play, and it's not going to do anything for you solo play. But overall, I'm happy with that one. Now we go on to Aid 3, which is a heal over time effect. This one's more for targets either you're out of combat or somebody that's not getting hit, because you can see that it does 15 every 4 seconds for 12 seconds, or you get hit one time and it's canceled. When you upgrade it with the Alchemy, it turns it into a pure hot, so now it doesn't matter if you get hit or not, you're just going to get 15 every 4 seconds for 12 seconds. And then version 2 just makes it last a very long time for 2 minutes. Again, that one seems pretty good. Now we go on to Sedation Dart. This is one of the few ones that doesn't make sense to me, and I probably won't upgrade right away. Might be one of the last things to do. As you can see here, it applies allow, which means you can get pretty close to the target and it won't aggro on you. Now the Alchemy 2 just adds in another 10 seconds, as you can see there. See, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. To me, that doesn't seem like it's worth 10 Ember. I would think that it'd make more sense if it applied to 2 targets. Because on this, to the upgraded Alchemy 2 one, it applies to 6 targets. So I don't understand why this one just gives me added time. I don't really need added time for low. If it hit a second target, that'd make more sense to me. Because this version seems pretty decent to me. I'd use it, but I don't know. I'm not gonna upgrade it right away because, like I said, 10 more seconds of low doesn't do anything for me. Now we're gonna go over to Acid Strike. As you can see, this one has dual effect. It does damage, and then it does damage to armor. One of the things that kind of confused me of it is it does not apply a debuff to your target. To me, it should show exactly how much damage it did to the armor. However, if I sorry about that. If I apply Alchemy 1 to it, it will apply the other dot, that dot effect on armor. And I'll actually demonstrate that one. Show you what I mean. Let's go find the target. I had something over here. Moved on me. Now I gotta go hunt something down. Here we go. So I'm gonna empower this, attack it. As you can see, now it's showing only the dot effect of the armor reduction. Does not show how much damage the initial part did, which to me would make sense that it'd show some kind of other debuff on there too. Hey, I moved in here just to remind you that if you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. Now, let's get back to the program. So, I'm gonna finish out this. See, as you can see, no debuff. So, how do I know how much armor reduction was actually done to it without some kind of indicator? Might be nitpicking on my part, but to me, that makes sense. Now, Eagle Eye, it provides a self buff for plus 30 hit. Have to go. What that does. It's here, if we look here, it helps with lowers your miss chance, landing, glancing, and heavy critical hits. So, to me, I removed it from my bar. I tried it out for a while. I didn't really see the benefit. And if we upgrade it with Alchemy, it doubles that. Some people might think, hey, no, it's worth it. To me, not really gonna do it for me. And then the version 2 makes it a group buff for the same amount as version 1, but now it's to the whole group. Well, now we're gonna move on to this one. This one seems kind of bugged to me, because if we look at version 1, it says it applies a debuff, so whenever a target, so if the target's attacking anybody, it's going to take damage on its hits. And if we look at Alchemy 1, you can see that it really doesn't provide any added bonus, but to read what it says the Ember empower to reduce the target's chemical resistance, but on here, if we look at the tooltip, you see no such thing. So I'm gonna see, so we'll test it out. I've tested this out personally. I've not seen any kind of chemical resist buff, but I kind of want to show it off. So I'm gonna throw it on my target. See, even there it doesn't show any kind of chemical reduction. So that seems like a bug to me. I don't know if it's actually doing it or not. It's without any kind of tooltip on there. And I can't tell what it's doing. Now going back to that, you see on version 2, it does show unsuccessful hit, reducing the chemical debuff resistance and damage resistance by 100. To me, the version 1 should do at least 20 to each. That makes sense to me. But for now, it's Not doing anything and just gonna eat up my Ember Essence for no gain. So, kind of pointless. And then we come to the last one, the Quillback Spines, which adds a buff to whatever my target is. Usually I'm throwing, obviously, on myself. So anything that hits me is going to take 7 damage per hit. Or on 20 hits to me. So it lasts about a minute or 20 hits. I've never gotten it to fall off based on hits, but that's neither here nor there. The upgraded Essence version doubles the damage for the same buff amount of time or hits. And then version 3, which confuses me a bit because it applies to your whole group. To me, that doesn't seem like it fits in with the Warden all that much. Because giving it to the whole group just seems like adding more chaos. Because if everybody's got that, to me that sounds like it'd make it a little bit tougher on the tank to get aggro back if you're in a situation where you have a lot of targets. I could see some point to it and everything's taking damage. Whoever's in the group taking and getting hit, but to me, the upgraded version would make more sense if it actually just doubled it again on probably my tank. It's who I'm gonna give it to. So instead of going, so we'd go from 7 to 14, and I would say it'd make more sense to this one going to 28. But that's my opinion on all these. This one needs to be fixed, obviously. If you agree with me or don't agree with me, please leave a comment. If you liked this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. Thank you all for joining me. Bye for now.